Dr. Oz is really getting it. Dr. Mehmet Oz says he won't be silenced. He is calling out critics who want him to resign from Columbia University. 10 doctors are accusing Oz, the star of the Dr. Oz TV show, of promoting what they call quack treatments as a way to make money. They also criticize him for his stand that genetically modified foods should be labeled. So some of those doctors themselves may have ties to the food industry. But this is not the first time that Dr. Oz has been criticized for statements he's made on television. So joining me now is Dr. Jorge Rodriguez, an internist, Dr. Devi Nampiaparimpal, an assistant professor at NYU School of Medicine, say that 4 times fast, and Arthur Caplan, the head of the Division of Medical Ethics at NYU Langone Medical Center. All easy names, except for Dr. Devi. So he is firing back at critics, and I want to show this clip that was just released. Here it is.
Now, this month, we celebrate my 1,000th show. Now, I know I've irritated some potential allies in our quest to make America healthy. No matter our disagreements, freedom of speech is the most fundamental right we have as Americans. And these 10 doctors are trying to silence that right. So I vow to you right here and right now, we will not be silenced, we will not give in.
Dr. Caplan, trying to be silenced. Doctors at Columbia University trying to silence him. Are you buying it?
I'm not buying it. It seems to me that the free speech issue is important, but no one is ever going to fire him because of what these 10 doctors wrote. That was never going to happen anyway.
Well, why are they so angry at him?
Because they think he is pushing the neti pot a little hard and not sticking with the evidence. In other words, you've got to be evidence-driven when you are the most prominent spokesperson for medicine in America.
Is there a little bit of jealousy or a lot of jealousy here?
No, I think the anger is a little bit more of the don't push the fringe, don't push the hype. You're out there too much on the woo and the fairy dust.
But don't you think people understand the difference between going to a doctor and getting medical advice from a doctor than watching a doctor on television? These are not kids watching television. These are adults who should know better.
I'll let my colleagues jump in, but I think they love watching doctors on television so they don't have to go to the doctor. And I think they love finding out that there's a magic pill out there that they can take so they don't have to go on a diet.
Go ahead, Dr. Boyd.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree on that. I mean, that's where there is some responsibility. But at the end of the day, I mean, and I do television like this, it is entertainment. So what do they say? The person that treats himself or does this has an idiot for a doctor and a fool for a patient. Dr. Oz, definitely what he does is a little bit fringier than the rest of us, you know, sort of prescribe. But again, he's not practicing medicine. He's bringing novel ideas. He's bringing tittillating things to his audience.
It's a television show. Now listen, it's a television show. He's a doctor. He does have some responsibility. Some have questioned, and I have as well. If you're a doctor, why do you want to be on television? That's a whole ego thing. I've questioned that. But I also think that he is doing a television show. And if you do a show on television about standard medical practices every day, your show will be on for about -2 minutes.
This show could be on for 3 days because you could say lose weight, exercise, and the show
That's
would be
basically
over.
Everything. Every time he does something on carbs, I'm watching. But I have sense enough to know that I should check with a physician. Dr. Devi, you've been on his show. I want you to take a look at some of the topics. These are some of the topics. Dr. Oz, psychic experiment. Did you live a past life? The science behind regression therapy. The new natural appetite suppressant. How you can use angels to heal. How to get your fat to eat itself. Miracle plan for metabolism.
Stop.
So those are all, I can hear the producer saying, let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah.
Is he a charlatan as people are saying he is, those doctors?
I don't think he's a charlatan. I mean, he has experts on his show. I've been on his show. So have a lot of other people from academic medical centers. But I think you're right that we have to be careful, you know, all of us as physicians or as journalists, you know, as clinicians, we have to be careful what we address or what we maybe endorse on TV. I mean, the other thing is, you know, they're calling for his resignation at Columbia, right? But his job is completely different at Columbia. He's a heart surgeon over there. So it'd be his patients who would suffer.
He can walk and chew gum at the same time. He can have a television show where he does things like this, and he gives a caveat, and he can be a
Although
doctor.
I'm going to fight with you a little bit. I know it's a TV show. I get all that. But you come on in your scrubs, and you say, I'm from Columbia, and I'm going to talk to the angels. you know, some of the public out there is sort of saying, well, maybe there's more to this than, you know.
What's wrong with talking angels? We talk about angels all the time. We talk about the Bible. We talk about God. We talk about.
You can do all of that. Just don't rely on that to cure your cancer.
All right, Dr. Jorge. Before you respond, I want you to take a look at these are some of the moments that landed him in trouble, and then we'll talk.
Today is all about miracles, revolutionary items, big and small, that could change your life. There are antioxidants in green coffee bean extract that melt your fat away. And now I've got the #1 miracle in a bottle to burn your fat. It's raspberry ketone. You want to look younger, live longer, and be stronger? Well, these shrubs produce a tiny fruit called sea buckthorn. It is the new miracle berry.
I want to watch all those, Dr. Jorge. Go ahead. Should he be more responsible?
No. You know what? Yes, there needs to be, and what I think is upsetting these guys, unless they have some sort of conflict, which will reveal itself, is the fact that he's not saying, you know what, there's no proof to this, but perhaps this is something that could work. Well, I think there may be something here, and you know what, I've been on the show too, and I think he's a fine man. If there is some sort of financial sort of tie-in with these products, then I think it definitely is up to him to disclose that. That's the only thing here that I have a question with. And even if there is, I don't even have a problem with that, as long as he discloses it and people are aware. To be honest.
If he's selling miracles in a bottle and he's profiting from it. Yeah. Why do you disagree?
Well, you know why I think that?
He's not profiting from that part. He doesn't endorse products.
He's living on the ratings. He's living on the ratings
from the show.
You go out there and tell people to get the magic berry, you're going to get a lot of eyeballs on there saying, yeah, I'd like to have the magic berry. I don't want to go through a lot of exercise regimen and stuff. I still think he's got to be more responsible.
But if you say, buy the magic berry, and guess what, I own the magic berry, then I think people are going to be
pretty smart. Well, he doesn't have to own it. All he has to
going
do
on
is
here.
get the advertisers to come to it.
He's also changing kind of the way that we view things. I mean, normally the scientific medical community, people do disagree, experts disagree, but it's all kind of closed in these academic journals. And then when people agree, you know, it comes out at that point. Whereas he's taking the information directly to the public.
Okay, I think there's a little bit of professional jealousy there. I'm just saying. Everybody knows who Dr. Oz is, and no one knows who those other doctors are. Thank you. Appreciate all of it.